You know who gets a bad rap, Chris?
No.
Satanists.
What?
Yeah. What is a Satanist? What is Satanism?
I don't know.
Well, at least you're honest. That was honest.
What was necromantics? I got that one wrong. I thought you were talking about like teenagers making out, man.
Can you guess what Satanism is?
Satan worshipist?
Right. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
That's what I've been led to believe.
Satanist?
Let me just start from the outset and go ahead and I don't want the listeners to check out. Satanism is wrong. So I'm not trying to sell you on Satanism, okay? But I am saying Satanists get a bad rap. And here's why I mean. And historically, this is.
Are you trying to tell a joke right now?
I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
So, to say here's what Satanism is, it is Satan worshiping. It is a person who worships Satan.
It is
not true at all.
Oh, it's not true.
Not at all.
Woo!
Yeah, what? So, I went to the satanictemple.com because I was like, man, what do they believe? What are they about? I actually don't know. It has just been said over and over and over, and I believe what I have heard. Again, Satanism is wrong. Why is it wrong?
I don't know now, man.
Because
I have no idea.
It's not proclaiming God. It is rejecting God. So it is wrong.
Well,
and that is wicked.
I feel like you're moving in a direction I'm uncomfortable with.
That's why I don't want people to check out. Please continue to listen, okay? You go to the satanictemple.com. What do they believe? Here's their statements. What do they believe?
This is a Satanist?
Yes.
Okay.
The satanictemple.com.
Okay.
We believe in reason, empathy, and the pursuit of knowledge on our 7 tenets. Here's their tenets are the foundation for their beliefs. One should strive to act with compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance with reason. Does that sound like what you have been told Satanism is?
Well, I guess I haven't been told what I imagine that it would be in direct opposition to what I believe to be true in the Bible.
I mean, let's be honest. I've been led to believe all Satanists are murderers and want to kill your babies and sacrifice their blood to Satan. I mean, stuff like that.
Well, that's what I would imagine. Right?
That's what
Everything
I imagine
that
as well.
opposes the word of God.
The struggle for justice is ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. Our bodies is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. Belief should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. People are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Here's what's more interesting. Also, again, it really sounds like I am pushing Satanism. I'm not. It's wrong. Turn to Christ. Put your faith in him, okay? What I'm trying to say is, okay, now that you know this, the past 5 minutes, now isn't it really hard to believe that the origin of Halloween is Satanists getting together and sacrificing babies and like doing wacko stuff? Isn't that hard to believe when their very face statement is not that?
Interesting.
Okay. Do you worship Satan? This is a Q&A from the temple. No, nor do we believe in the existence of Satan or the supernatural.
Well, why are they called Satanists?
Do you want to know? This is what's interesting. I can't find the year now. So you'll have to look up. I'm so sorry. But, and I forgot the guy's name. The guy who started the Satanism movement was in objection to Christianity. He is against Christianity, so he wanted to speak out against it. And this is his
I'm curious what his objection was, because it sounds like there's morality or a desire for morality.
Okay, that's what's interesting. So they deny the existence of Satan or the supernatural. The Satanic Temple believes that religion can and should be divorced from superstition. So it's a non-believer denying God, and not only that, he just it's against all religion. It just they're saying no, and that's not real. The supernatural is not real. They're just denying that openly. They're what it is. And I described it to Shay before we started because I was blowing my mind. It is, if I could say like this, Christianity is the profession of Christ.
Right. Yes.
Satanism is the profession of rejecting that.
But then relying on man's morality.
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to have moral standards, but they can't
which is
justify
interesting in itself. I mean, it really is. And the fact that God's law is written on our hearts would lead me to believe that, man, even in the with the objective of trying to reject God, we still have a standard that we want to live by. Like, what in the world?
I know, man. So again, from their website, do you promote evil? Their answer, no. The Satanic Temple holds to the basic premise that undue suffering is bad, and that which reduces suffering is good. We do not believe in symbolic, quote-unquote, evil. We acknowledge blasphemy as a legitimate expression of personal independence from counterproductive traditional norms. He did openly want to be, quote-unquote, blasphemous to Christianity. So there's a lot there. The satanictemple.com, if you guys want to visit it. If not, I get that. I tried to do the research for you. Here's another thing that's interesting to me. Oh gosh, I want to try to find it. Here's where a lot of our misunderstandings of Satanism comes from. Again, I'm not trying to convince us of Satanism. It's wrong. And why is it wrong? Because it's rejecting God. Okay? So it is wrong. Yeah. I'm not trying to justify Satanism. I'm trying to help us understand what Satanism is and what it is not. Okay.
Right, yeah.
In the 1980s, which is interesting because we saw a rise in horror movies and there was evil stuff in these horror movies.
Sure.
So some of them are supernatural. It's not just like a murderer, right? Okay. In the 1980s, we saw a movement called the Satanic Panic. This saw Christian fundamentalists push the idea that satanic cults were systematically abusing children in rituals and committing widespread murder, and successfully convinced the general public through sensational news coverage. Christian groups typically misrepresented the church's beliefs, the satanic church's beliefs, and practices in order to fabricate a real-world villain behind the conspiracy for the media. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that not... So, like...
I mean,
I got to be honest, man. Like a day ago, my understanding of Satanism was like, yeah, you're probably a murderer who's offered up maybe animal blood or so, like something.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the extreme because you can find the headlines.
Sure.
You can find the headlines of satanic man kills his mother in sleep to offer up to Satan. That's out there.
Sure.
What's interesting, if you find those stuff, it's not the satanic church that pushed that. It is the individual.
Right, sure.
Because I'll be darned, I can find you headlines where a Christian man killed someone in the name of God.
Oh,
the Christian church does not push that.
There was one, in Florida not too long ago it was like, guy killed like 4 people. I think that it was like a couple kids, and he professed that he was told to do that by God. Like, wait a minute, what?
Now, if you wanted to be consistent, you would say, well, then all Christianity is evil and wicked because that's what they put. That's not true. That's the individual, and they're wrong.
Yeah, no, that seems fair.
Same thing with a Satanist. He's wrong. Even if he hasn't murdered or sacrificed a human, he's wrong because he's rejecting God. The God of the Bible that he knows exists, by the way. Hello, Romans 1, right? Satanists are wrong.
Yeah.
And just like anyone, if you leave this world without Christ.
I am taken aback by that. I feel like I had no idea. I'm being honest, I've never thought about it either.
History
other
lesson,
than
baby.
Just kind of what your mind goes wild with, you know.
So, we'll stand on the word. Okay? What does the word talk about? Well, it doesn't talk about Satanists. It doesn't talk about anyone worshiping Satan, right? Because you would have to acknowledge him. And if you have to acknowledge him, then you have to acknowledge God.
Right.
Satanism is a rejection of all of that outright.
Right.
Okay. But what does the Bible do talk about? The Bible does talk. Well, I'm trying to phrase
Does the Bible talk about?
What does the Bible talk about? It talks about the words I dropped earlier. Necromancers, witchcraft.
Necromancers.
Wizard. It literally says wizards. And of course, that's New King James translation. But
speaking of tongues, baby.
I know. Here's the interesting thing on those things. All of those, and I'll say it now on the mic, just for you guys who are going like, he thinks none of that exists. No, it does. The Bible doesn't talk about Satanism, though. And that makes sense because Satanism is not that. Satanism is a non-believer's reaction to Christianity. So of course it wouldn't be in the Bible. Yeah. That wasn't a thing yet. Sure. Okay, but what was in the Bible? And I'll say it on the mic for everyone to go, oh, okay, he's back with us. He's a Christian. It's still around. Necromancers, and witchcraft, the
Listen,
occult.
when you say that, it freaks me out, man.
I'm sorry, but the Bible talks about it. These were people who believe in the spiritual realm, which, but they believe they can connect to it and be given special powers. Fortune telling. I mean, putting curses and hexes on people. That's what that is. And that still goes on today. You see people doing witch gatherings. They're trying to get power from the spiritual realm. That is a thing. Here's what's interesting. And I kind of have my answer. I guess I want to know what you think. Does the Bible actually say that they were successful in that, though? Getting spiritual power from evil spirits?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I thought I was going to trick you with that one.
No.
Because we have in the New Testament, what's her name? She is a fortune teller, gets a spirit cast out. She cannot do that anymore.
Right.
Actually, I think she's mad.
They were
she's
mad.
Like, yeah,
no,
you ruined my job.
Her handlers were mad.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Because they made good money off of it.
Yeah. Well,
so there was success.
Annoying.
Yeah. So there was success in obtaining a spiritual power from an evil spirit. So that's out there. I'll full on acknowledge that. Actually,
which is wild. Oh, you're gonna recant?
Well, I want to go, man. But can that go on today? I want to say it can.
Yeah,
I want to say it can.
I think so.
If we're empty vessels and we welcome in a spirit,
but if you have it on one side, why wouldn't you have it on the other?
Yeah, I'm
because you're gonna say, well, I'm a cessationist. Well, but
it's tough.
Yeah,
I don't have answers on spiritual
I think it's
stuff,
absolutely real. But
those ones are mentioned in the Bible. In the Old Testament, the law was you didn't deal with that. You actually stoned them.